So this is the first in a series of iMoveFreely using body weight. So I've got my bed head on and it's early and we can do this throughout the day at any point, but I like this routine as a little wake-up routine. As with anything, if you're feeling any discomfort, pain or have any medical conditions, please consult your healthcare practitioner before taking on new exercises. Shall we begin? We're going to start with some iMoveFreely moves. So you can take a lie back down. This is my regular sort of favourite routine. We're going to start with some muscle energy techniques to release through the hips. So crossing one ankle over the other, hand on the inside of the knee, and we're going to bring the knee towards the hand, using those hip muscles, but with only about a quarter of their maximum effort. So very low level, static contraction, rotating that hip and using the hand to block the movement. So that gives us that resistance. We relax it and we're going to repeat that 4 times. So as we're doing this, kind of getting the mind into the session. So you can close your eyes if you like and just listen, take some nice deep breaths whilst we're on our second repetition. Relax. And then we'll do that again. And you'll notice I like to just give the hip a little move, a gentle kind of roll or shake just after each contraction. Try and relax the neck, relax, and then one more on this side before we go to the other side. Deep breath. You ready to change sides? Take the foot down, and we'll repeat on the other side. Now you may, if you're like me, find one side feels a little stiffer than the other. It's not uncommon, not to worry about, but this would be a great technique if it is like that. So again, that 20% effort from the hip rotators into the hand. Nice big deep breath in. Exhale. Relax and repeat. So today I've got my trainers on because we're going to use a little bit of dynamic movement on the feet. So if you haven't got yours, if you've got yours nearby, you'll have a moment just to put those back on. Or of course you can do it barefoot. I just find out a little more stability in my shoes unless I'm doing a yoga session and then I'm walking barefoot. Relax and let it go. 2 more on this side. So as I said, this is my go-to morning exercise for whatever I'm doing, even if it's the only thing I do before a walk or a run or even starting work. Last one. So we're going to run through a few more of these in different areas before we start to use them on work. Ready? So from here, bringing both knees towards you, lace the fingers behind the thighs, relax the knees, relax the shoulders. I'm going to push the thighs into those laced hands. Again, using just about 20% of our maximum effort. So we're engaging your bottom or your hip extensors, low level, and when we've done an endurance hold, we let it go, relax, and repeat. So with this one, we're obviously hitting both sides at the same time. And again, it's a nice one to just release through the back of the hips, the lower back. Relax. And again, take a breath in. Exhale. One more time. And relax. Last one here. So we're aiming to do the technique, the release through each side of the pelvis, and we're going to come into the shoulders. So the last area we haven't done is through the front of the hips. So we're going to ask you to roll onto your side. You can rest your head in your hands. Then you're going to straighten out the back leg a little way, bring the top foot in front, or the front foot, sorry, in front of the thigh, and then push the bottom leg into the foot. And again, it's that low level static hold. relax, and again. So that bottom leg, I'm just bending the knee a tiny bit, just to make sure that I'm getting that nice movement through the hip and not actually through the knee. So your foot should be on the floor, so we can make sure we're affecting the hip that you're lying on. Relax. Third one. Use your breathing as a guide. 2 big deep breaths in and out. Should be about the right amount of time. Relax. One more. So to do the other hip, I'm going to roll over onto the other side. You could just roll to the back of the room. If you want, I'm just going to come across this way. Same position. Now, if you're finding this position quite hard, you can actually bring the foot down in front and then push that bottom leg into the heel of the front foot this time. And over time, see if you can actually place the foot on the floor, relax, and again, push forwards. Just open the hip a little bit more. I feel like I've got a little bit more space there now for this third repetition. Relax the head. You might even want a block or a cushion underneath the head just to keep it level if that feels good for you. Otherwise, let it go. Relax. Last one on the hips here. Roll back onto the back, whatever position you're in, knees bent. So we're going to come into the front of the shoulders. So relaxing one hand onto the hip, take the other hand over the top of the opposite shoulder, then you're going to push that shoulder into the hand. Same technique, 20% low level endurance holders, just static, holding it there for a period of time. It's going to help to relax the shoulders back. Let it go. And again. Deep breath. Relax. And again. So this session is around about 40-45 minutes. No equipment needed whatsoever. And over the weeks, we're going to bring in different types of equipment to help really strengthen through the body. Relax. Last one here. This is going to allow the scapula to kind of move backwards so that we can stand nice and tall and really open up through the spine and ribs. I'm going to change sides. So opposite arm, opposite shoulder. The aim being that as we practice this one, it starts to allow the chest to open and the shoulders to move backwards. And relax. 3 more. Breathe in. This last one, we're going to come into sciatic nerve mobilization. It's going to feel a little bit like a hamstring stretch, but a bit slightly different now. So let that go. We're going to bring one leg up as if you're going to stretch the hamstrings, taking the leg up straight, hands behind the leg. Gently ease the leg in until you find a point of tension. And then when you're there, just point and flex the foot slowly 8 times. Adding and releasing tension through the back of the leg usually, could be the hamstring, the calf, maybe even the foot. When we've done 8 repetitions, we bring that down and we change sides. You can ease the leg in where you feel it. So I'm feeling it in the hamstring. You may feel it in the calf or even the foot, or even the back of the hips. As long as you're very gently pointing, flexing the foot, slowly 8 times, to feel that add and release of that tension, then we're in the right place. Change stance. And again, you can breathe nice and deeply through the movement. See if you can get a little more range, but try not to force it. Just find the beginning, tension, tightness, and as you get a little ankle. Rolling legs, it feels nice. And change stance. So just one more on this side. And then move the spine. Alright, so bring the feet back down. Arms out to the side. I'm just going to tilt the pelvis forwards and backwards, gently 8 times. We're going to start to get a little more dynamic now. Getting the spine moving, so we've released the pelvis and the shoulders. A little bit through the sciatic nerve. So we're just tilting the pelvis forwards and backwards gently. Again, around about 8 times. Now bring the feet together, feet and knees together. Arms out for ankles, shoulders stay glued down. I'm just going to rock onto the side of the bottom shoe. Trying to keep the knees together. We're not trying to drop those knees to the floor, we're just rocking to rotate through that lower spine. Just to gently wake it up, ready for getting a bit more mobile shortly. Alright, last one. And back to centre. Lift one knee. Lace the fingers over the knee, and then we're going to push away with the leg to round through the spine, lower the body back down and change. So we're really encouraging the spine to move in each direction. So lower spine, upper spine, right to left, and then forwards and backwards. And breathe in, exhale. I need it. Let's do 2 more here. Last one. Lie back down, feet apart, lace the fingers, arms nice and straight. Try to keep the hips still. We're going to rotate through the upper body. Now what might happen is your elbows might want to bend. We're going to try and keep the elbows locked, the wrists locked, and you may feel that you want to lift your head to get a little further. Then you could have your head, or on the back of the head, a yoga block, a towel, or a spotter, just to feel that upper body rotating without dragging the head on the floor. And relax. So bring yourself up, do a little rock to cross legs. We're going to get moving in just a moment, but these are just final preparation. So we're going to tilt the head one way, hand over the top, then you're going to lift the head into the hand using 20% effort from the neck, and then gently find a point of tension in the median nerve in the arm, a bit like we did with the leg, and slowly add and release at the same time. If you don't coordinate that, then you can just do one or the other. And then change. So lifting the head into the hand, using the neck flexors, and then gently add and release tension through the median nerve. I really like this one as well. One more time each side. So real slow and gentle to begin. We're going to get dynamic in a moment. Are you ready? Change stance. So I'm going to keep this music on so you can hear how it's not too fast, it's just a nice, slow, steady beat that we're going to have in the background, just to keep the tempo where it should be. So we're going to come up to standing. You ready? So bring yourself up, and then from here, just step off if you've got a mat, and we're just going to come down and up a few times into a body weight squat show you from the side, from here, the other hand's here, or on the hips, and just go to a depth that feels good for you. We're around about 8 here. Down up. Just to start some blood flow through the lower body before we start to use it. We're going to do the same with the upper body as well. From here, take the feet wide, toes slightly turned out, arms out, and then we're going to shift and side flex. Come back, shift and the other way, and change again. Shift, reach, big stretch. You can feel that down the side of the body, and then shift and change. Okay, from side to side, so I'm just going to shuffle my foot out a little way, and again, just adjust to how your body feels right, so wherever those legs want to go. Don't worry too much about what happens up above, you can just go with it. You can move, you have hands on your thighs. Again, we're just getting those ankles, knees and hips moving a little bit more dynamic. If you want to go slower, then that's okay as well. Starting to make the muscles take the load of the body. Stay low and feel the adductor stretch as well. Good. Alright, stepping up to the side. From here, going to step forwards into a lunge, hands on the hips, just step forwards and then push back. And again, you're going to start at a shallow range, that's okay. But if you want to get a little lower, and then push off the front heel, just to start to lift the heart rate just a little bit, and start to load up the legs. But again, if you feel more comfortable in a shallower range, this is fine. And then we can bring the arms in as well. Moving more warm. Step back. Okay, you ready? So we're going to come back down to the mat. So we're going to start with the upper body. So bring yourself down. From here, we're going to come into a push-up and a butterfly. So we're going to start with easy level, intermediate level, and then more advanced. And you get to choose which one you stay with. We're going to alternate between the two movements. We're going to do that 4 times. You ready? So first off, knees hip width, hands just a little wider than the shoulders. From here, coming down and up, and pushing the body away from the floor, using the chest. Going to do 8 repetitions just now. Two more. And then we're going to lie down on the floor. So you can lower yourself down slowly. And then from here, tightening up through the torso, keeping the head pointing down, we're just going to lift the arms forwards and back like a butterfly. So we're going from the front of the body to the back of the body. And I've got a little tension through the back of the hips, just to keep the lower back nice and tight. 2 more. Hands underneath, push back up. And this is your intermediate level. So I've just left the knees a little further back. So it's got a bigger gap between the hands and the knees, so the right base of support is wider, and the longer lever there. Makes it harder, but if you want to bring the knees back under the hips, feel free. 2 more. And then lower that down. And then we lift through the butterfly. So I'm going to increase the range just a little bit more, both in height and in how far forwards and back we take the arms. Getting a good squeeze in the back of the shoulder blades. A little squeeze through the buttocks as well. 2 more. Hands back in. From here, going to move the knees even further back and take a deeper range. Choose a level that suits you. I'm starting to feel this now. 2 more. Keep your tummy way down, and the butterfly. So any butterfly swimmers, it's one I've never got the hang of. Great move. Really pulling those shoulder blades back. 2 more. Back to centre, hands down, push up. Now we have our option on the toes. And again, if it's too much, you can lower the knees. I was feeling that there. 2 more. Lower down. And I'm just lifting the torso a little higher, keeping the chin down, and trying to keep the arms up and over. How are we feeling? I'm ready for a little change. 2 more. Whew. How are we doing there? Okay, coming onto the back. So we're going to do our next flow to work the hips. How are we doing out there? Oh, we'll give the shoulders a little break. So from here, hips, feet hip width, and we're going to lift into a bridge, squeeze up, back down, give the buttocks a good squeeze, back down. I'm going to do 8 of these, so we've got 5 more. So exactly the same as the upper body, we'll go through 4 rounds, increasing the intensity for those who wish. From here, okay, work the back, come to the front, and from here we can just tap toes. So the aim now is to keep your back in the same position so that it doesn't press down and it doesn't lift away. So we're bracing the abdominals, but it's the hip flexors that are taking the load, controlling that movement. Did you count? Around about 8. Feet down. Alright, from here now coming up, we have the harder option to alternate, so single leg. If you don't like that, you can go both legs, but you could come to the top, onto the toes, and then down. You've got a couple of choices. So you try a few choices, but remember we're going to start to advance this. And so staying within your parameters while challenging your body at the same time. So a nice squeeze at the back, great for waking up, back of the hips. 1 more. And then to our option is the toe tap or the leg extension. And again, you can use your hands as almost like a gauge as to whether your back is staying still, whether those abdominals are nice and tight, holding the spine in place while we challenge the hip flexors. And I've also lost count. Are you counting? More. Alright, bring your feet back down. Back into the bridge. Single leg. Now you can start to add, I'm going to do one and then the other, some range through that top leg. 6. And then I'm going to switch. And again, these are just all variations, so whichever one you're on, you just keep going with the time, get a good squeeze at the top. And they're all variations on that bottom leg, or even if you're using both legs, pushing through the back of the hips. Okay, bring it back down. Hands down. From here, again, we've got our option, we've got the toe tap, we've got the leg extension, and then we've got the scissor here. Keeping the back flat, but not pressed down. So when we say flat, what we mean is straight with our natural curve. It's almost like a contradiction in terms. So keeping your natural spine line, which might be a little curve in the lower back for most, and bring the legs in. You ready for the last one? So you're bridging, 2 legs, single leg, straight leg up, or here. So this is going to make it harder again, because the weight is lower and longer. I'm going to do 8 on each side to really challenge this bottom leg. Now inadvertently what I'm doing as well is I'm challenging the front of the opposite hip to hold the leg in place. It's a double whammy. One more, change sides. We're really warming up through the hips as well. 4 more. 3, give it a good squeeze. Whatever your option. Alright, I'm going to come back to the scissors from here. Then I'm going to try for more range. Keeping the spine still. Last one. Woo. And then come on up to sitting. Alright, round 3 is going to be back into the shoulders. So we're going to use body weight dips, and we're going to use body weight shrugs. We're using 2 directions through the shoulders. So from here, we take the hands behind, fingers pointing towards the bottom. I'm going to drop into the shoulders, and then go as if you're going to push the body away from the floor. Drop and press. Doesn't need to be a big movement. And just the focus is on the scapula being back, and then we go up and down. The body goes up, the shoulders go down. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have to really think about those shoulders coming back. Alright, from here, hands underneath one leg, and then we're going to pull up and down. So we're using the weight of the leg, so let the weight of the leg go into the arms, and then we pull up and down. We're going to do 4 on this side, and then we're going to change sides. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back, shoulders back, more range, and then push and down. Now we can make this harder, and again, it's about taking one leg away, which gives you less base of support, so more load to press and carry. 2 more. And then we're back to the shrug. From here, again, pull up and down. Again, we go more range. And this one's kind of backing up as well. And it's that backward motion. Let it go, change sides. That really helps with standing nice and upright, our breath, the mobility of our spine, the openness of our chest, and release. Hands back, and then dip, shoulders back, and reach. So drop, and then press. So I can make the lever longer, and again, it's about taking the leg away, which makes it a little bit more challenging. Alright, same again here, we can lengthen the lever. Remember, it's optional. If you prefer the leg down, my last round is going to quite similar to the other round, previous round. There's only so many ways we can progress some of these moves. Or more, I was counting them. Counting thinking. It really doesn't matter if you do 9 or if you do 10. Let's count again. 2 more. Alright. Underneath, you ready? Long leg here, 4 point. Make it elegant. Change sides. Okay, so we're going to practice the hips for our final round. So we're going to work the inside and outside of the hips. Could be a little challenging while putting it on the end whilst we're nice and warm. So it's going to require some balance from the shoulders as well. So coming onto your side, onto the elbow to begin, and then from here, we're literally going to use the top leg to lift the body up. So it might look like I'm using the bottom one, but this is just balance. I'm trying not to push with the bottom leg just yet. So it's the top leg lifting the body up and down. So we come up and then down. So make sure your shoulder is above your elbow. So we've got a bit of balance there. You're going to feel it in the bottom side of your torso. 2 more. Now we're going to do the outside of this hip before we change. So for this one, we can bend the knee back, and now we push down with the bottom leg. Good, and back down. Change sides. All right. From here, straight leg, top leg. Push down through the top leg, not the bottom one. So we've got to reframe and adjust. So this is why we need those shoes on. This is much harder without shoes. Got 4 more. So we're trying to work these adductor muscles of that top leg. Last one. Bend and lift. So it's almost like we keep going, but we're shifting focus from the top, inside thigh to the bottom, outside thigh, and definitely the side. Try and really feel that one, do you? And then we change sides. Coming back around, top leg on, and lifting that top leg. Pushing with the bottom leg, but I'm going to keep the top leg straight so that as I come up, that top leg comes off the floor with it. Makes it a little bit harder. If you don't want to do that and you want to leave both legs down, stick with the first level. One more. Ready to change? Me too. Bring it back. Top leg focus, remember. Shoulder over elbow. Up, down. This is a great way to stabilize through the hips. This reduces risk, strengthens muscles that get weak from our lifestyle, keeps us away from an uncomfortable lifestyle. One more. All right, so we can bend, or we can put the focus in that bottom leg. You ready? shoulder as well, right? So we're getting a nice bit of conditioning through the upper body, just from its balance. Change stance. 2 more rounds, guys. Feeling really good now. Feel like getting ready for my day. Top leg focus, remember? There. So it's a good setup, particularly on a Monday morning, I feel. You know, after the weekend, no, I don't really have a problem with Mondays. I quite like getting my week started, but I know for some, it's a challenging day. So if you can start it with something that doesn't feel too much or too intimidating to get going, bring it in, we'll take it out. I'm going to lift a little more. Then it can really set us up for the week, not just the day, but the whole week. In a positive mind, body, frame. One more, change sides. Really waking up now. Alright, top leg focus. Ooh, brace it here, you ready? Here. Alright, bottom leg focus. One more. Alright, final round. Come on, back. So you're almost there. Come on, we've got this. Top leg focus, remember there's adductors in the top leg. Lift and lower. Nice core conditioning all at the same time, which is really how we want it to work. It's just when we're doing other movements, it's just a natural response to switch on and control the spine throughout our daily routine. 3 more. Alright, you ready for the bottom leg to take the load? From here, lift. Two more. Yes. So that's side done. Finish on the other side. Come back. Top leg focus. Lift. These adductors, remember. Try not to use the bottom leg. My body wants to help. So the top leg's fatiguing, but we've got to make sure we get that switch between the 2 legs. So sometimes I'll just try and take the bottom one with me a little bit, just to feel the change. We done 8 yet? We done 8? One for luck. All right. Top leg. And bottom leg. 5 to finish, team. And then we're going to complete that little movement drill we did earlier with our squats and lunges, just to see how they feel now. Because every movement we do, it's kind of like a benchmark of our movement quality. You ready? So coming on up, taking space again. Let's try some of those squats again. Oh, see how they feel. So you might feel like you go a little bit lower. Don't feel like you should squat like me. We're all a little bit different. And you might want to sink and just enjoy that feeling in your hips. Whatever the depth, you can enjoy the feeling you've now got, that nice strength, stability and control. We're nice and warm, we've got a little bit of endorphin tick, endorphins for the day. All right, at the top, you remember our triangle? Whoops, from there, shift, and you should feel like you can reach a little further over the top. But it's like we're now testing how good a job we did of moving and warming up the body. Good, alright, side lunge. So again, from here, adjust your foot position. You can get a little waft if you like, or you can stay low with the shoulder drop. Turn through the spine, make it a little bit sexy. Are you ready for some power lunges? So we're going to go to the side, and from here, drop, push back. Oh, those feel better. Now those feel much better. Really woken up through the hips. Let's go 4 more. Push back. 3, 2. Give it a shake. How was that? So I hope you enjoyed your morning iMoveFreely bodyweight session. Leave some feedback. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time.